Hello, everybody. Uh, this is a bit different of a format. I don't even know how to start the show. I'm TJ,
I'm Amber.
and we are the Blondies. We are Ephraim-less this week.
Yes.
And
Well, all for the month of June, actually, but
yeah,
hopefully he'll start to be able to add in some blurbs starting next week.
yeah, we might be able to get a couple of shows recorded. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a little bit different of a format. We decided a couple days ago to kind of switch it up. I think that this is a very different format. So I'm not used to not seeing my face here. It's like we're gonna stitch all the videos together, but we are using Apple's Memojis for the
Yeah.
video format now. If you're listening in, you don't see it, but it's really cool.
So
So
this started as a podcast, but we did use YouTube to upload some of our, all of our content. And it was just easier at first to share YouTube. And then everybody was like, oh, well, we can't see your face. We don't like it. And I'm sitting here thinking, it's a podcast. You're supposed to just listen anyway. It wasn't
yeah,
ever about seeing a face. But the pop filters that kept our voices from popping into a microphone or a wind filter, as some people call it, they would hide our faces pretty well on the video.
yeah,
So we figured there's not really in our setup a real good way to avoid that. So we'll just use Memojis. So
yeah.
yeah,
So it's a lot of fun.
we updated our Memojis, or at least TJ and I did. Ephraim's at camp, so he hasn't had an opportunity to yet.
Yeah. I remember thinking this was just such a gimmick when I first saw this, but like now that we're actually using it, it does have some actual use. I've seen a couple of different YouTubers just use this as their personality, like instead of using their actual face,
Yeah.
and it's actually a lot cooler than I actually thought it would be at first. So I'm kind of excited about this
It's a
change.
little bit awkward because we're recording our faces individually.
Yeah,
And so if I'm not looking at my camera, it's going to be looking off to the
yeah,
side or whatever like that. So it might be a little bit different to begin with.
yeah,
And I don't think it's a little bit far back from our face because to pick up our face around our microphone and such, we have to push it out a little bit. So it doesn't really pick up every nuance of opening your mouth or things like that right now.
yeah.
TJ's playing around with it. But so it's a little bit awkward, but kind of cool at the same time. I don't know. It's different.
Yeah, it definitely is. I'm looking forward to kind of how the show changes. We also added, you won't really see it this week. Maybe when Ephraim gets back and we kind of stitch the videos together, all three of us, you'll see the whole new background that we put up. So I'm
You
excited
can
about
kind of see
that.
it.
Yeah, you can kind of see it in the background there. So that's another change. It's exciting to kind of see. Hopefully we'll do some vlogs in the future. I don't know, but
Yeah. Now
yeah,
that we've got our personality, we can just use, our face personality.
yeah,
We can just
yeah,
always use our memoji.
yeah.
It'll never change. Hey, guess what? I don't have to put on makeup. Woo
Yeah, that
woo.
is the nice thing. Like I just took a shower, so my hair is still wet, and I'm like, oh, it's not a big deal this time now. So it is kind of nice to have that. I hate to say facade, but yeah, it kind of is for the show. So it
I'm
is
not
kind of
gonna lie
nice.
because the podcast was never meant to be facially seen, so I was never really wanting to do. I think I dolled up for the first one because I wasn't 100% sure what you'd be able to see.
Yeah,
And then past that, mom life just made it to where no, that wasn't happening. So, it is. If you see my mouth just hanging open on my Memoji, I'm, I'm drinking my water.
it doesn't know what to do when
It
she drinks your
doesn't
water. It's
know.
ridiculous.
It doesn't know what to do.
Oh, you gotta
Yeah.
love it. Yeah, like oh my word, it's been a fun journey to kind of see this whole thing develop because they didn't even introduce this when they first, so when they did the face filter, like I mean face ID 5 years ago when they did the original iPhone with that, it was just those weird animojis.
Has
You
it
remember
really
those
been five
animals?
years?
Well, four technically because it was 2017,
Yeah.
but um it was just those weird animojis, and I still think those things are weird. You
They're
should
in there. Randy
okay.
wanted to use I think they call it the chocolate ice cream swirl, but
Oh my,
we all know that's not what it is.
yeah.
And that's what he wanted to use for his, if he ever does a guest showing on this thing.
Yeah, I think we're gonna keep it to memojis because yeah, the poop emoji isn't necessarily appropriate. No, but you remember that one mom recently did a memoji or an emoji with the chicken, and
Yeah,
she
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
dying
Yeah.
laughing. Those things are like ridiculous, man. But it's been fun to kind of see how this whole thing is developed.
TJ will randomly send a picture of like him doing a crazy face with his and or his memoji, and it's quite funny. I have such squinty eyes, like literally my Animoji, no, my memoji is very actual representation of my face. I have very, very squinty eyes, always have. So the iPhone cannot pick mine up whatsoever. I can't do a crazy face on this thing to save my life. It doesn't.
Like,
I can't. I can't do it.
oh my word. Yeah, you have to like it tricks the iPhone. It makes me look like my eyes are like pointing inwards, and it makes me look, I hate to say it, but it makes me look high. Like literally it just makes you look like you're not right in the head. So it's funny to make that like now.
That's
now
not a
that I
high
watch-
look, TJ.
Like, well, it looks crazy. Let's
It
just
looks
say that.
it looks crazy. Maybe TJ will insert one of his pictures on
Oh
here.
no, I will. I like it's too funny to pass up.
I will say that the memoji, as I keep looking at it on screen right here, it looks so emotional.
Well, and it's always naturally smiley. Like you can't get rid of
No,
that
it's
smiley
not.
look.
No, it's not. You just don't have RBF. That's all it is.
Oh,
I
that's
have RBF,
true. That's
and
true.
mine
You
does
have
not
much worse
naturally.
RBF. Oh my
Mine
word.
does not naturally smile. Hold on, let's see if I can not. Okay, RBF is a real problem. Let's go ahead and just talk about that. Since sometimes we don't necessarily have a full topic, we just let things kind of roll. And so let's go ahead and just talk about life with RBF for a second.
Mhm.
I feel like I am the most unapproachable person because I literally just look like I don't give a flying rat's butt half the time. That's not true. That's just what my face looks like. TJ.
That's something. I won't say anything.
Like you right now. I
My memoji's cutting out too.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not that I don't, I just don't look like it because I look like this all the time. So it's I don't know why I have RBF, but it's a real thing and it's an issue, and people just don't approach me. And I mean, I'm kind of I'm not an extrovert. I'm really an introvert.
Yeah.
TJ, stop messing with your face.
I'm just trying to, like, my jaw's hurting now.
And so, I mean, it kind of works because I am an introvert and I'm not an extrovert, but it's not because I'm in a bad mood or not because I don't want to talk to people or just, I don't know. It's just my face, and it causes lots of issues. People read a lot into my face. They read a lot, but really, in all reality, I don't feel like whatever they're projecting on me. I'm not like
Yeah.
that. I don't know. RBF is hard to live with. Let me just be honest.
I think people read too much into faces regardless. Like, whether or not, like, you... I don't know. I think it's easy, especially for me. I am most guilty of this. I read too much into people's faces most of the time, and most of the time it's just an RBF. So,
RBF is real,
yes,
people.
it is very real.
Very
Very
real.
real.
And most of us don't mean anything by it that have it.
Yeah. Yep. So, can we talk about just the fact that we walk in 5 minutes before we start recording? Not even 5 minutes. 30 seconds before we start recording with no topic. We just fly off the wheel. We've said it before.
Almost every time we do this is the same type of thing.
And when we started the show too.
Every once in a while we'll have a topic, and those are the days that typically do not go as good when we don't have a topic.
Yes, we just fly off the wheel, and it usually goes great.
Like the Lego topic that never aired.
Exactly. That's the one we kind of had. We had a plan about what we were going to talk about.
We were going to talk about Legos. We were going to talk about Star Wars, and then we were going to talk about Starlink. And none of it got talked about while we were building that Lego set. So that never saw the light of day.
It may. It may at some point in the distant future. Depends on if this continues on.
It was literally like, I gotta look at my phone. I gotta look at my phone. I can't. Where's this piece? I
came out
can't
to,
find
like-
this piece.
It came out to like 5 to 10 minutes of talking, and literally the rest, like I cut it down. Literally, it's like 5 to 10 minutes of us talking, and then the rest is just sitting there silence.
We were in here for more than 30 minutes trying to build these things.
And they sit over there on the bookshelf too. Once we get that kind of like, we're working on the studio right now, so where this is kind of going to be turned into a studio. I think I talked Mom into that finally, turning this into a studio rather than just
See,
something else.
I think that we should take like maybe the back room, because this is a trailer.
Yeah.
And I think that we should take like the back room and turn it into a studio, and then maybe use this room for mine and Mom's business.
Yeah, that's true. And then like the kitchen is usually, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of personalities that use kitchens as recording areas for their content.
Yeah.
So it might not be a bad place to record up in front of us. So like this is the living room, and then just behind us right now is a
No, just
kitchen.
in front of us.
Yeah, in front of us. Whatever, behind the camera. We'll
Yeah.
just say that. That's what I'm thinking. But
Yeah.
but I think I finally got Mom talked into that. So we have like this whole trailer to do studio stuff with.
Yeah, no,
hopefully.
not this whole trailer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If we're gonna do that, we're gonna move hopefully the business over here too,
Yeah, no, I meant just
And
in
have-
terms of business and stuff.
and have a room for Hadassah to kind of have.
Oh, that'll be good. Yeah, like that.
So
back
the
back
orange
in there.
room, my
Yep,
old room.
that would work good. So,
So,
yeah.
yep, good stuff.
Well, we were kind of going to keep this episode short. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, or not really?
Not today, I guess.
Okay. Well, this is kind of going to be a couple. If we can't get Ephraim, we're probably just going to do a couple partial episodes. These will be like,
This actually might be what it is for the summer, because
Yeah,
as
because-
soon
and then-
as Ephraim gets back, then TJ goes for the month of July.
we will have that
So-
one weekend. We'll have that one weekend to hopefully do an episode and a vlog.
Right.
That's the hope. We may not even go out to town. I think that the place up there, the camp, might be a good place to do a vlog.
It might be. I
We'll
still
see.
want to go to Asheville for a day.
That's true. Yeah, it might be worth doing that. We'll see what happens. We're kind of just flying day by day, as you'll learn if you haven't already.
I wonder how far the camp is away from Brevard to do the sliding rock, because I know that Brevard is 45 minutes from Asheville, and I know that the camp is situated in Pisgah, which is where
Yeah.
Brevard is too. So I don't know. We'll have to
We'll have to
kind of take a look
at
and
that.
see.
So there's a couple of things coming up in this summer. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. Just bear with us. We're Boyts. We're Boyt blood. So we kind of fly day to day. So if you
Yeah.
haven't learned already.
Yep.
So just we appreciate you guys' support. This is episode 10. We have had a blast doing all of
Yeah.
this. So and I hope you guys are ready for all these changes. Once August comes around, we're going to have a blast with all three of us coming back and having the
Yep.
whole thing completely set up, hopefully at that point. So,
Yep.
yeah. I've been TJ.
I've been Amber,
And-
and we're Ephraim-less, but he'll be back soon.
Yep, we're the blondies, I guess.
Yep.
With Ephraim, without Ephraim.
Partial blondies, 2/3 of
Yes.
the blondies.
Yes, 2/3 blondies. There we go. All right,
Alright.
guys.
Have a good day.
day.
Bye.
Bye, guys.